Chapter 23, The Hospital Tapes.
It's now July 2nd in the year 2026, and I'm lying here resting in the hospital bed, recuperating, and it's been very interesting. I've appreciated tremendous support from the family. I've been here for 6 days, and you know something? I'd like to get out of here. It's funny, but I do a lot of philosophical thinking, and my personal thoughts are that I've been very fortunate. I've had a terrifically exciting life. I've been to over 24 different countries, and professionally, I've had a very successful life, fortunately. And I got a fantastic family. Peter, Rachel, and Jim. Peter flew all night to be here at the hospital to help support me and to boost my spirits. My spirits are pretty good considering the bullshit I'm going through. It's an interesting experience. They come in all hours of the day and night and give me shots and take blood. But the hospital, I'm in the Adventist Hospital, which is only about 2.5 blocks from where we live in Riderwood. So, my philosophy is very simple. I'm 92 years old. I've had one operation which was not successful, and they said it might not be. And so I was spending my time loafing in bed. I got a book that Henry gave me about the new astrophysics for people in a hurry. And I gotta tell you, you need a PhD just to read this book. But it's very, very interesting. So he's been nice, and everyone's been wonderful. I get visitors. Henry's sister came in late yesterday afternoon, early evening, and I had a nice visit with her. She's they're a nice family, and she said a prayer for me, and that was wonderful. And we had a nice talk, and we talked about the wonderful times we all had up in Maine. Peter rented a cottage, and we had a big cookout. The family was there, Henry was there, kids were there, and I remember all of that. The treatment here at the Adventist Hospital, where I spent the last week on vacation, in parentheses, close parentheses. But I'll be okay. Rachel and Jimmy and Peter have been very supportive. Peter, when he heard I was in the hospital, flew overnight to arrive early in the morning, 5 o'clock. And so he left his work, and I'm really proud of our 3 children. Peter's doing well. He married a wonderful girl. I met her several times. We stayed, Bud and I stayed overnight at their place when we visited in Salt Lake City. And that was wonderful. She's part of the family now, and we're thrilled for him. Jimmy is happily married, and Rachel and Henry are happily married. And if the truth be told, I'm 92 years old, going on 93 next month, if I'm lucky enough to get to 93. But in terms of my feelings about being in a hospital for a week, and I operated once, and that was not successful, You know, I'm very philosophical. I know my family is doing very well. They're all healthy, and they're all happily married. You know, my thoughts as I lie here in a hospital bed on July 2nd in the year 2026. So I'm very thankful for the life I've led, and I'm more than thankful for my family, you know, Jenny and Rachel and Peter, not necessarily in that order, but necessarily in that order because of ages. And Jimmy's been terrific. He's taken over all of my financial businesses, and pays rent, pays all my bills, and keeps everybody informed within the family that needs to know what's going on. And Rachel's been great. She comes and she does all the shopping for us. Usually on Monday mornings, she'll go to the Giant and bring back healthy foods, trying to get me to eat them. and no, it's great. She does all the shopping for me. And I'm lying down here in the hospital bed, and Peter's standing beside me, recording all of this so I can put it in my biography. And my thoughts on life are, I've been more than fortunate. I've had an extremely interesting life. I've seen the world. I've had a great family. We've gone, when they were little kids, we lived in California and we camped out a lot, and it was fun. As a family, we did a lot of things as a family. And of course, Jimmy was very interesting kid when he was growing up, and he drew all kinds of pictures, and we lived in San Jose, he drew an entire plumbing system as he envisioned it underground. He's a weird kid. And he loved to take off and just climb buildings, go to the roofs, and look around where we lived in Los Angeles. Peter and I went with a group where dads and Indian guides were supposed to stay together, and Peter and I had a good time. We went to stay overnight to the Catalina Island off the coast of California, and that was interesting. We stayed overnight, slept on the floor, froze our tails off, and then coming back, it was huge. It was very, very wavy, and in the water. And the rich kids flew back, and we came back treacherously through the growing waves. And as you know, by my writing this, we made it safely, or I wouldn't be writing this. It's, now my philosophy on life as we approach, the end of it. It's time I've had personally. I feel blessed to have the family I have. I have 3 wonderful children, and so I'm 92, and unless I can recover, and feel good, I'm ready to go. My philosophy is, if I'm going to have to lie in bed, or I'm not going to be able to take care of myself, it's going to be a burden, not only on me, but particularly on the family. So, They've all visited me here in the hospital. Every day someone, either Diana or Peter or Henry or Rachel, they all come, and it's great to have visitors because you don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I've had a great life. I've had a very adventurous life in my job as an attorney. I've been privileged to work initially with the Central Intelligence Agency, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And then we moved to California, and that story you can read up above. I am not afraid. I'm sad, but I'm ready, for God's sakes, I'll be 93 if I'm lucky. in next month, the 17th of August. So I have zero regrets about my life, and I'm not afraid to go, and I'm ready, and the kids for sure are ready, and nobody's happy about it, but it is what it is. And if God willing, I'll surprise a lot of people and come out of this okay. And the most surprised one will be me. I'll do what the doctors say, and we're going to just hope. So, summarizing everything up, I have a wonderful family. I love my 3 children. I love to see them work together, be together, plan together, support each other. My only regret at this stage is that my wife Diana, who I love deeply, has to go through this. But I think, it's a funny thing. She's forgetful, and maybe it's a blessing. And so I think she's ready to do without me if she has to be. And I feel great that my 3 children are here to support her. And she's been the love of my life for over 68 years. We've been married, and I guess 3 or 4 years before we were married. So I'm proud of my family. I'm proud of my children. And if it's time to go, I'm ready to go. If it's not time to go, I'm ready to raise hell the rest of my life.